Hi, my name is Stevanovic. I play in the Jersey Flegg squad for the Wests Tigers. I play in the halves. I'm a Balmain junior that's played through the system, and I was lucky enough to be in an undefeated team this year for Wests Tigers under 21s.
My name is Rua Ngati. I play in the Wests Tigers Jersey Flegg team. I played in the Wests Tigers comp ever since I started playing rugby league. I've been brought through the systems, Mats, SG Ball through Magpies, and was grateful enough to play Jersey Flegg for a long amount of time.
I think of the season, like looking over it now and been having time to reflect on it, we just from the start we just clicked as a team. I think we're very fortunate to have such a strong support crew, and when I look over it, we got some of the best coaches in the system in Chops, Barnesy, Joey, Keith. But then also too, you got to look at our physio, Jay. He was there at 6:30 in the morning on Saturdays trying to look after us. Chris Bartel went above and beyond to make sure we were fit and we were strong. And even Bits on the back end, really looking after the boys from that manager's perspective. So I think we just had such a strong connection, such a strong culture within the team that, we would rock up the training wanting to be there, wanting to put in for everyone because you didn't want to let anyone down. So, that's the one thing I did really enjoy about this year was just we had such a strong bond as a team, all 30 players in the squad, just like always there support. Like if they weren't even picked in the team, they were there making sure that we got the most out of each session. So looking about it and now making sure we were on that ride together, that was definitely the best bit about the whole season.
Yeah, it means a lot, especially from a young age. Me and Steph both got brought up pretty early. It was a pretty big challenge for myself, just to be amongst older boys and not really was, I guess, out of my comfort zone, but to be amongst that and just experience it all for my first year before moving on to play more years of 20s and stuff, it really helped. And the clubs just really helped develop my game, especially off the field as well, as a person.
Yeah, it was disappointing, and it was kind of the way it kind of just suddenly finished as well. Not knowing that was going to be our last game kind of hurts the most because you just feel you had so much more left to give. But when you sit back and look back at it, and we were undefeated throughout the year. We did have some scrappy games, but we gave it a good shot. And it's sad that we didn't get to finish the year and possibly win the premiership. But that's footy. Just got to move on and continue getting to the next few years of footy, staying in the Tiger system, hopefully.
I don't know. You can always improve all areas of, especially for me, my game. There's always stuff I can improve on, day in and out. And just it kind of helped me through, especially this year, just having a good team to be around made me look a bit better. And just especially these times now, work ethic and training would probably be my best thing. Just trying to train hard. That's all I can really do.
I'm lucky enough that we stay in touch with our S&C, Chris Bartel, so he makes sure he keeps us up to date with kind of the new running drills and the strength and conditioning and all that kind of stuff. So, when you get a little bit unmotivated, you message the boys. Rua and I talk quite a bit, so we can get each other up to do sessions. Bartel always give us, new sessions to do as well, so we have a bit of variation in our training. But I think, in times like this, it's all, self-motivation, kind of how you want to go about your future. If you're going to sit down in lockdown and, not take advantage of this time to get yourself fit and strong, then you'll come out of this, a little bit behind everyone else. So getting ahead of the game and, continuing to, improve each week.
I was probably just rocking up and training every day, see my mates. I guess you don't really realize how much you take it for granted, especially in times like these now, how much you really miss seeing your mates. Sessions are tough sometimes, but then, it's always fun, especially doing it with your mates you see every day almost. And just, I don't know, especially this year, we were pretty successful in terms of not really losing the game. It was just, coaching stuff, as Steph said, they helped heaps. A lot of them really put in the hard yards as well as us. It wasn't just them putting it all on us. Everyone really chipped in and pulled their own weight, and even boys that didn't really play a game really pulled their own weight. Especially at training, they didn't have to rock up, but they still did, just to help everyone else that did play and played a big part, especially as I said, not losing a game this year.
I'd love to stay with Wests Tigers. Being a Balmain junior, growing up in the local area around Leichhardt Oval, it's been always a dream to play for Wests Tigers. So, being in the system would be huge. So, some time of NRL, would be awesome. But to put on a Western Suburbs Magpies jersey as well in the reserve grade, hopefully next year, that's another goal I'd like to tick off.
Next year, hopefully, play some cup, or at least get a game, the debut. But at the start, probably just to have a good preseason, like injury-free, get strong, get fit. That's all I can really do as of like steps moving forward. That's probably my main focus at the moment, just a big preseason.
Well, I'm lucky enough that back in 2019, I got to do one session with NRL mid-year. It was before Benji Marshall's 250th, actually. So that was a pretty special milestone. I came in for one session for their captain's run, and you kind of get a gauge of the intensity they train at. And I remember it being a real, reality check that, wow, I'm not as good as what I think. And so that's one time I've had time with NRL. But also too, like, I've grown up, I've played touch football with Adam Dewey, I played rugby league with Dane Laurie, I went to the same school as Luke Brooks, so I kind of had a little bit to do with boys in that team, but I'd love to, be up there playing, training with them full time.
It's been pretty tough as well as everyone else, but all I can really do is just go for runs around the block. There's not really much you can do, and I guess this way really tests like how strong you are mentally as well, just to keep pushing, because everyone sees this as like a bad thing, but then also you got to look at it as you have time to recover from the year that just finished. You have time to like build going into next year. Like, it kind of gives you a little head start to the season that comes ahead.
I like to take it one step at a time. So, getting some time with NRL over the summer is huge, and then after that, a reserve grade debut, and then after that, the NRL debut. So that's the overall big picture, putting on the Wests Tigers jersey in NRL. Yeah, it's been massive, and I've always been so thankful for what Wests Tigers have done. I remember Rua and I both came in to the under-20s in late 2017 to do that little bit of extra gym, and then we'll put up young young kids into the under-20 squad when we were 18. We played a year there, and then we got to be coached under Wayne Lampkin Chops, which was huge for the last 2 years. So I think in terms of development, those last 2 years have been so big for us, and we've turned into such better players. But just going through the system from a young age, it's everyone along the way has helped. No one's stagnated our growth. We've just kept growing. Every new coach, every little touch that we have on us has just made us better players.
It meant a lot. It meant the world, to be honest, for me, and also my family. Everyone that's helped me come through. Like, words really couldn't describe how much it would mean, especially for my family. So it meant a lot.